Hey, hopefully everybody is doing well. I'm just gonna get into this video. Only thing I did was put some eyeliner on, darken my eyebrows, and put some lipstick on because I felt like I needed to do this for Beyonce versus Michael Jackson. Okay, all I'm gonna say is this. Um, I saw it, on YouTube and everything, and I was just like really interested when the topic piqued my interest. Let's just say that. So I'm like, okay, what are they talking about? About Michael versus who's better, Michael versus Beyonce? And me as a person, I don't like it. I don't like it. And the reason why I don't like it because I feel like that. Can you guys give it a break? Can you give it a rest? Beyonce is who she is. Michael is who he was. Okay, and who he is today because he's a legacy. He's a legend. He's all of the above. He's the king. He's still the king of pop. Nobody has taken that ring. And this man has been dead like what, over 5 years now or something like that. But let me just say this. I get it, like the entertainment, how Beyonce put people in the trends and everything else. But I really feel like that this is not coming from older people. This is coming from, the new crowd, the new generation. Okay. I can't say that I know everything about Michael Jackson, but one thing I do know, like I'm an 80s baby. I pretty much feel like I do know um who's bad, like I said about Thriller. I can go through so many, but what sticks out to me the most at this time is, do you remember the time? I love that video. That video is such a classic. If you want to argue with me on who's better or whatever, go look at Do You Remember the Time? It was an all-star cast. He had Michael Jackson. I mean, not Michael Jackson is Michael Jackson. Magic Johnson. He had the model lady. I want to say Iman or Imani, I don't know. But all I know is that, and I want to say Chris Tucker was in it, I believe. It's been so long since I seen Do You Remember the Time, but it was good, okay? It was giving us the Egyptian feel. That, you know what, when I'm sitting here thinking about it, that's as close as when you think of Egypt, that's as close as black that we've seen because gods of Egypt and the rest of these people keep showing Europeans as if it was over there in Europe or somewhere. Egypt is in Africa and it was African people over there. And Michael Jackson has been the only one to illustrate black folks being in Egypt. These Paramount movies don't even show that. Let me not get off task, but I'm just trying to let y'all know. Like, Michael, it was who he was. And I don't think even Beyonce knows that. I mean, he was the master. He was the teacher. It's like Mr. Miyagi versus Karate Kid. Okay, I'm showing you the tricks. I laid the blueprint out for you. If I'm the person who laid the blueprint out, can nobody would know this blueprint the way that I know the blueprint because I created it. Okay, it's like he's the creator. Okay, that's how I look at Michael. And I hate my lighting is getting like, let me just get adjusted or whatever. But that's one thing. Well, that's probably two things that I said. The second thing that I want to say is that, yeah, Michael was put on productions like nobody else. Like, his stuff is like movies. I'm just saying. And I know Beyonce deep down in her heart knows that everybody know who Michael was. Well, people that's not in the 90s, people that's like older than, the kids probably don't really know. And maybe it was the Beehive that came out and said it. Beyonce is better than Michael. But I just feel like people say, well, she's the Michael Jackson of today. It's like, well, if you're going to be compared to somebody, who could she be compared to other than somebody that's great as of Michael Jackson, okay? She's not compared to Sierra. She's not compared to Monica. She's not compared to Brandy. She's not compared to Ashanti. You know, none of those women, okay? She is who she is. She's Beyonce. She is the queen. Michael is still the king. I just feel like that if you're going to copycat, copycat from the right one. And she did just that and put her own stamp on it, And regardless of what everybody say, I just feel like that, Beyonce works really, really hard. Not to go back to Coachella, because I'm still in Coachella. I wish that they would release only the her version part, that because I really want to see. I don't know other people who want to see. If they came out with a DVD today with Beyonce live performance at Coachella, I buy it. But at the end of the day, I know that she knows because she has respect for Michael. Okay, and Beyonce works hard. It's no doubt about it. And let's not forget, Michael was a Virgo too. We're visual, creative people. It's just what it is, whatever. And study and learn the craft. And I just say, like, man, she works hard. And I guess if you want to be compared to somebody, it's like a form of flattering. Imitation is the form of flattering or whatever. And that's what she does, and she does it well, and she put her own stamp on it, like I say. She takes us to another level. Like, okay, back on Michael. The reason why Michael is who he is and is the king of pop is because of the simple fact that when Michael came out with the new song, when he did the moonwalk or whatever, he left the Jackson 5. They didn't know what to do with Michael because he no longer fit the realm that they was trying to place him in. So because he was popular, they was like, we're gonna call it pop. That's how it all originated. If you want to know, like, how can you say, okay, well, Beyonce is better than Michael? Like, these are the reasons why. Like, I love both of them. Have the most respect for them. But it is what it is. Call that thing what it is. Just plain and simple. And I just feel like Michael, when you look back, and I know they have footage, Michael would have to have ambulance, okay? EMTs or whatever the people, what they call them, second response people on board at his concerts because people would literally pass out. They'll miss the whole concert when Michael was come out. There are times I remember that they have a clip where Michael, I don't know if it was a Pepsi, I don't know if it was a war show or what it was, or was it a concert, but Michael had popped out and for almost over a minute, I want to say probably like almost 2 minutes, he just stood there. The crowd was going bananas. I can bring up the incident with him being in a limousine. He gets out the sunroof, pops out with the mask, people falling out crying. They grabbing people because that's just how his presence, his energy was. And I feel like Beyonce, she put you in a trance. I'm not falling out because I don't want to miss nothing. I'm not moving around. And I go to concerts and I'm the worst person to sit behind at a concert because I'm up, I'm jamming. But Beyonce, I'm like, I'm sitting here because I'm scared if I'm moving, I may get distracted. And I want to witness every moment of this. So some people wasn't really feeling like that people was really getting a vibe of her or understanding Beychella and everything. And I want to say I've had my moments at the concert, like I was getting my life, but it was like majority of the time I was sitting there, I was so mesmerized. It was like she hypnotized me. And I was like, I'm so into this. I don't want to miss nothing. And I feel like that people were excited to see her at Coachella, but at the same time, they was in a trance too because that's what she does. Her energy is so strong. I don't even think y'all understand. But hopefully you will after y'all saw that Coachella event that went on. But that's all I have to talk about that. I just feel like Michael will always be the king of pop. And Beyonce, she's the queen. She ain't going nowhere no time soon. So it's just what it is. And it's going to be hard. And I know that there will be someone to come into play. Don't know when, where, how, whatever. But there will come a time where there will be somebody else younger coming up, seeing Beyonce, and they going to compare her to Beyonce. And it's just what it is. But at the end of the day, I love them both. Great entertainers, and they leave a blueprint. I want to say not a blueprint. They leave an impression on people's lives and how they make people feel. And I feel like that's such a great reward. Okay? So I'm gonna leave y'all on that. Let me know what your comments. Who do you think is better, Beyonce versus Michael? I still say my thing. I love Beyonce, but Michael is the master. We have to. I have to say Michael. All right. I want to hear from y'all, and I holla. I'm going to the next video.